Hey guys, hope all is well. I thought I'd hop on here and give a little reading. I was feeling very energetically cleansed today and put in a little, R&R for myself in the middle of the day, middle of the work day. So I just, sometimes you just gotta take a time out for yourself, right? Whether that's mind, body, or spirit. So going to the beach and getting a little sunshine kind of does that, mind, body, and spirit, right? Little realignment, some cleansing, some grounding, and water is so healing. So if you can get yourself near some water, highly recommend. It's great for the soul. Okay, let's ask the angels, saints, ancestors, and our spirit guides into our space, okay, for our highest and greatest good. Let's ask Archangel Michael to come in and protect us from any ill will through thought, word, or action. And so it is. So what is the advice for this wonderful day? Let's do a quick shuffleito. All right. Okey-doke. Emperor energy. It's like divine masculine energy. It's also very and just so you know, we all have masculine energy. Did you know that the left side of your body is the feminine and the right side of your body is the masculine? We have justice. We have the hanged man. Okay. We have the magician. Okay. We have the Knight of Swords at the bottom of the deck. We have the Chariot coming out next. We have the Five of Swords. We have the High Priestess. Let's get one more card. We have the Empress. All right. So what I'm getting is that, all right, so I feel like, and then we have the Hierophant at the bottom of the deck, okay? So this really talks about there was a lot that occurred, okay, that you had to endure, but it was to kind of help you step into your gifts and your power and understand what you needed to do in order to get into this energy or into this energy if you're masculine watching this. All right, so flip the roles. They're kind of interchangeable in this message. And so what I'm getting is that there was a lot of healing work that was needed. There was a lot of deception, betrayal, lying, slandering that went on. And, in order to kind of level up, right? The emperors had to experience the energy of all the kings, okay, and what lessons go along with that as far as your soul's growth is concerned. And the feminines had to learn, and that can be interchangeable too. It's not like all or nothing in this case, but for sake of conversation here, the empresses, the divine feminines, had to learn all the lessons and go through the experiences of all the queens. Therefore, they can be in their full divine feminine, divine masculine energies, okay? And justice is being served, okay? Balance is being restored in the collective, okay? Because there was so much growth that has happened to the point where perspectives have changed, right? Perspectives of the collective have changed. There's been so much growth. And it's so that everyone can be in alignment. Everyone can understand alchemy. Everyone in this collective divine feminine, divine masculines that are on these spiritual awakenings and journeys can balance out, right? The magician works with all the tools, all right? All the spiritual tools, all the tools within, the soul itself. So it's balancing heart, body, mind, and soul, all right? And so every single one of those, heart is cups, mind is swords, body is pentacles, and soul is wands. And so as I was talking, like Queen of Wands, Queen of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, Queen, you understand where I'm getting with this? And this was literally like everyone had to go the full round, right? And in order to kind of level up, right? Because we have the High Priestess, and at the bottom of the deck we have the High Priest. All right, so these two are an energetic spiritual match. They are the divine counterparts, okay? And then we also have the energies representing those, the Emperor and the Empress, all right? And then we also have the Lovers at the bottom of the deck, which was underneath the Hierophant. And then we have Temperance, which was underneath the Lovers, which is Earth Angel energy. So this is like, you know, like this is perseverance through all things, all obstacles, right? Persevered through whatever, you know, the dark was trying to do. This is overcoming, you know, this initiation, like in order to get to the level that, you know, we signed up to be at in this lifetime, and in order to come together as a divine pair. All right, so these unions are coming in. All right, so this is confirmation of that. All right. Yeah, that's all I gotta say about that. So let's see what else there is here. Yeah, and then we have the Devil. All right, tell us about the Devil. This is defeat. Justice is being served. Yeah, look, 10 of Cups. All right, because you completed the mission. All right, 10 of Cups. Ultimate wish fulfillment with your divine counterpart. Okay, wish fulfillment. So dream big, my loves. Dream big. This was not for nothing. Not for nothing, not for nothing. Knight of Cups. What's this Knight of Cups energy? What is it? Kisses to you guys. Oh, I'm just like feeling so awesome today. Man, it's a good thing I live near a beach, man. I don't know what I would do if I didn't live near a beach. That's my wish fulfillment, is to remain near a beautiful body of water. Oh, Knight of Cups. So there is some sort of Knight of Cups energy that you are protected from. There's clarity, there's exposure and clarity coming out regarding a Knight of Cups, a player energy. So it doesn't need to be a masculine water sign. It can literally just represent somebody who leads with emotional manipulation, but is immature about it because they're a knight, okay? So you're protected by that energy. That can be masculine or feminine energy. So you could be a masculine, and this is talking about female energy, okay? Water, cups, emotions, all right? Yeah, you're protected. You have a new beginning, okay? And this landed on the Chariot. So this is like you're moving forward on your new beginning, okay? So it's like the Fool just kind of clarified the movement card, which is the Chariot, the victory, the success. You will have victory and success on your new journey, your new path. And then we have the World card, okay, which talks about like all things have come together the way that they were supposed to. All things have come together as part of the divine plan, okay? It's part of the divine plan. You couldn't energetically call this in until you experienced and healed what you experienced. It's about understanding, like breaking those cycles, going through that pain, doing that healing work, dealing with the empath, narcissistic, you know, dynamic, dealing with abandonment wounds, dealing with codependency, like all of those things had to be resolved, okay? So the Devil is not representing necessarily somebody else like Satan or something like that. This was representing like the traumas that we've experienced in life. This represents our addictions. This represents things that aren't healed within us and others, right? So if things aren't dealt with for us, we're going to track that in somebody else. So the best way to handle it is to resolve it on your own, and therefore your alignment shifts, your frequency shifts, and so you attract somebody that is not in this frequency because you yourself have healed from it. And so that's how you go from the devil to the 10 of cups. All right, you actually go through the process of doing that work, that inner work. Okay, and you change. You're no longer chained, you're no longer bound, you're no longer seeking any validation outside of yourself. Okay, so you're not going to attract player energy because you don't need that validation. The player, you know, energy is bound to outside validation. And once you kind of break that cycle for yourself, you're not going to attract that energy. So I'm just kind of trying to use this as an example. But you have completed what you needed to complete. And as a result, you get the 10 of cups. So it was worth it. And so you learned what you need to learn, and you're ready to move on to the next level, which is ultimate wish fulfillment. Okay? We have a King of Swords. This is, so what I'm getting from this King of Swords is the ability after you defeating, it's like you no longer sabotaging yourself. You now are your most authentic self. The King of Swords is really that most authentic energy. I mean, this energy speaks its mind. You know, they're very in touch with their subconscious and their conscious. They're very balanced. This is like an educator, teacher, you know, someone of authority. Because of what you've experienced, you have a position of authority. And that is being rewarded. Whether you do anything with it or not, like just you being that energy, like you breaking the chains and healing and working on yourself and putting all that work in helps put you in this vibration, which is your most authentic self. So just you being in a room, you going into the grocery line, you know, you going into the gas station, and just your presence, your energetic presence, has a ripple effect. Okay, you have that authority. This also talks about spiritual authority too. Okay, so you have leveled up to the point where you have spiritual authority, and that's badass. All right, to the point where, what did I say? You go in somewhere and your vibration, your frequency has a ripple effect. Do you see the Six of Pentacles? This person is helping others, okay, just by being in their presence. Maybe giving a little tidbit of something that they may have to share, right? And it doesn't have to be money, okay? It can just be your presence. And so that is the gift that keeps on giving. And we need more of that. All right, I got the Four of Pentacles. What's this Four of Pentacles? Four of Pentacles to the Queen of Pentacles. So you may be going from like watching your funds, right? Like being careful about what you do with what you have, to the point where you know that you always have enough, no matter what it is, whether that's in finances, whether that's in things around the house. Like this is you being provided for by the universe, always having what you need when you need it and not worrying about it. This is a place of being independent, financially independent, grounded, stable, secure, okay? Not codependent. Not codependent with the Strength card. I mean, the Strength really talks about like compassion, forgiveness, inner strength, right? Being able to tame the beast within, having humility, all right? And being a humble person, because you do know what it took for you to get here, all right? And so you can have compassion and forgiveness for those who are struggling, right? And are going through it. And because you have that humility, you are like this amazing, compassionate, loving, caring, sweet person, right? Because you know how hard it is, right? You've been through the fight yourself. And because of that, like you don't flaunt this. You don't like, hey, I'm better than anybody else. So you're like, no, we're all equal. We're all we're all doing this together. We just have all different plans, right? You know, someone may be working on this over here for themselves. Someone may be over here working on that for themselves. You know, like no one's better than anyone else, all right? We all are here to accomplish something, and it's a personal goal. It's personal development. It's soul development. It's not about, you know, I have a nicer car than you. Like, who gives a shit? Like, you can't take the car with you. Like, you know, like, I don't know. It's like priorities, right? That's another thing. It's like you have your priorities straight. 6 of Cups. This is really sweet, caring. You may have children. It's the 6 of Cups. Oh. Oh. Because of what you've accomplished, because of what you've learned, because of what you've done, your children will not experience any lack or loss. Okay? So it's like you've healed your ancestral line, because with the 5 of Cups and upright, this is loss. This is regret. This is feeling depleted, not enough, right? You've been able to heal that for your generational line, which is amazing. So it pays off. You have healed your generational line with the 4 of Swords. That's healing. That's perspective. That's going within. Okay? And leaving the past behind and moving forward. I feel like you're going to be able to leave all the past pain, all the past experiences behind, and really enjoy that new beginning of yours. And if you have a family, children, they will too. We have a Queen of Wands energy. This is kind of like the spiritual representation of you, okay? Whether you're masculine or feminine. This really talks about like you being able to enjoy you being your weird self, you being your witchy, your spiritual, your woohoo self, right? And not caring what anyone else thinks, right? Because if they're worried about what you're doing, maybe they should sign up with the Ace of Pentacles. Come on. Like, this is wealth, okay? This is a blessing, all right? Oh, this video's getting long. Yeah. Because what you're doing is changing the world on a big scale. Okay? So be your weird self. Be as weird as you want. Because you come from a place of love. And you're humble. You're the Empress. You're the High Priestess. Or you're the Emperor. And you're the High Priest. Doesn't really matter what role, what gender, what you identify as. Earth Angel energy. This is balance being restored for humanity, one way or another. Okay. Split the deck. 2 of Cups. You're gonna do this with a partner. You're gonna partner up. Find your tribe. Find your soul tribe. All right. What else do we need to know? They're like, what more do you need to know? Just to focus on what you're creating. Those seeds you planted, they're growing. Look at this tree. It's flourishing, okay? And just, you know, if there's any kind of low vibrational energy, just ignore it. Like, you know, no response is a response, right? Just stay in stay in the bliss that you have created, your safe space, your energetic flow with the Temperance, okay? Stay in flow with yourself. Take that time out for yourself. Go and replenish by some sort of water. Started with that message today. And just mind your business. Like, who cares what everyone else is doing? Just focus on yourself. Nourish yourself. Keep people blocked from the past. And yeah, listen, I just got the Wheel of Fortune and the 4 of Wands. They came out together. Past cycle is closed, new cycle's coming in, and this is you celebrating with a partner. Okay, this is like twin flame energy. It doesn't have to be though. People overuse the twin flame reference. I'm not trying to do that here, but this is you celebrating and starting a new foundation. Okay, with equal footing. Like this is abundance. Like look at this card. Like they're by the water. You know, the ground is flat and solid. There are some rocks, so that might represent, you know, some challenges, but they're not tall or huge or anything like that. So it's like, you know, of course, like life's not always going to be like super easy, but it's reasonable, right? And they're under a hoopah. They're celebrating. It looks like they just got married. Okay. So this is about starting a new life, the life that you deserve, the life that you've worked really hard for, and just enjoy the ride. Enjoy the ride on this wheel of fortune with your divine counterpart. Having a party and celebrating the life that you two are going to create, co-create with each other. You're co-creating with the universe, right? So all that hard work is paying off, right? Love y'all. I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye now.